らってくるか。こっちの方
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
ぬるい。オプション。あら？違う。いいや、これで。そういうこと。ああ、逆になるだけかい。くそ。いいや、もう、あ、違う。これでいこう。画面がちっちゃいけど、やっぱ変えよう。すいません。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってくださいね。あら、フードキャス設定か。これでいこう。
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
こっちか。屋敷はどっち？ちょっと上も行ってみよう。下にか。
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
うん。うん。
一人？
うん。
一人。
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
こんな家ある。
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
はあ。 綺麗やな。なんじゃドラゴン。これはすげえな、家でもこんな家すげえ。
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
じゃない。こっちか。そうやって入る。
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
だいぶ大きい家やな。プールが。
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
そりゃそうやろ、家おるんやけど。
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
割と記憶喪失かなんか。
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
中華うまいもんね。なんか割と記憶喪失かなんかっぽく見えるけど、どうなんやろうな。いやでも
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
ワインかなんかこぼしたようなこと、またジュースかなんか野菜生活かかんけど。いや本の量がやばい。すげえな。絶対頭いいなこれ。ちょっと自分で呼吸ができんのかな。
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
まだなんかあんまりつかめんな。あ?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
時期に行くやろな。あ、こういう感じ。
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
ホラーじゃないことを祈りたいけど。あ、これあれや。カールじいさんの空飛ぶ家に出てくるやつや。
After Milton disappeared,
切れるの早っ。
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
覗きや。ごつ。
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother. Calvin.
広いな。広っ。
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
これだ、あれトイレとか風呂か。
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
こんなことする家ある？すごい、昆虫の標本。いやーでもそれにしても本の量がやばいな。すげえわ。めちゃくちゃ本が多い。
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
バーバラ。これあれや。ユーマや。無確認生物。これ屋根裏か。こっちは見よ
Barbara was a child star for 2 years,
すげえ。
until America grew out of it.
映画か。やば。すごいなこの家。だいぶ金かかっとる。
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
こんな作り方立てれるね。すげえよ。いやこれ絶対もう100万以上するやつとかいっぱいあるやろこんな前に。やば。上行ける？
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
そっかよ。そうだ。うわ、すごっ。ちょっと行く前にこっち。
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
死んだ人多いな。そんな人死ぬ？ここにすげえ。この写真やば。悪やりすぎやろこれ。この子こんな自分の口を変えてまで犬が好きなんかなこれ。あんま違和感ないな。
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
いや、綺麗。すげえな。やば。
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
おっと。
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
すげえ。
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
すごいね、なんかこういう家発想力がすごくすごいなんか良くなりそうやわ。子供の頃がこんなにするんだったら。誰もおらんのかい。
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
食べるのやば。腹壊すわ。
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I kept eating and eating.
待って、何を食べたいの？
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
落ちた。
Suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
やば。ああ、わいわい。せん。死ぬ。
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
こいつやべえやつ。
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
ヘビか。
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
あ、これあれやん。自分の家やん。
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
さっきの場所。かわいい。すごいな。
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
気持ち悪いな。やめんかマジ。またまた隠し扉。
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
すごっ。細工がすごい。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
すげえな、こんな風に繋がったんだよ。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
すげえな。
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
あら、そうなんだ。あ、こっち、あ、こっちか。あ、こっち。すげえ。
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
あ、これさっきのとこ。すげえ。時間でいいか。あ、これでさっきのとこに来ると。
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
これいろいろ謎を解き明かすっていうことね。なんでこの一族が死んだか。
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
死んでますね。
Found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
手形がついてる。これはすごい。すまずい。ビル。いけるんかい。
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
わや。こっちであった。まず。これどうするの？絶対違うやろこれ。そっちか。
Both bits rattled and grew still.
よし、次行かなきゃ。 Okay.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
またかよ。違う。 勝てるやつなんかおらんぜ。おいおいおい。
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashed.
出たー。なんで鍵かけるの？
He couldn't get enough.
戦え戦え。
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
裏取り？
She sensed the story might not be over yet. Vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
真後ろおるよ。2人おるよ。
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl.
いや、一人でやってる。
But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
何でも大丈夫よ。
I call a real ear
いけるよ。
tail.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
はい。ってことでね、また時間があればここからやっていこうかな。じゃあまた来てください。